Good afternoon, students. Today we will discuss the remaining problems based on median and mode. Here we have to start 16th problem. Here they are given an incomplete distribution is given below. If median is 39, find the missing frequency. Okay, here they are given directly median values. You have to find the missing frequency. Okay, here they are given class intervals with respective frequencies. Class interval starts from 15 to 19 and end with 65 to 69, and frequencies are given 6, 4, 12, 10, dash 11, 9, 10, 5, 4, 1. Okay, here you have to find this frequency, missing frequency. Okay, here let it be x. You have to take x. It is the missing frequency is x. Okay, here let solution, let the missing frequency be x. Let the missing frequency be x. Here given that is m median is 39, m equal to 39, and the class, that is we want median class. Okay, here median class is okay, here missing frequency is here median is 39 means okay, here 39 belongs to 35 to 39, therefore the median class is 35 to 39. Okay, here median class is 35 to 39. Okay, the next you have to apply the formula, median formula. Okay, here m equal to L plus n by 2 minus Cf divided by f into C. Here the median formula is L plus n by 2 minus Cf divided by f into C. Okay, see here while calculating median, the frequencies should be converted into LCF, less than cumulative frequencies. Okay, here you have to find LCF values. Okay, here the frequency is first term and LCF first term both are same. 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 12 is 22, 22 plus 10 is 32, 32 plus x. You have to write 32 plus x. The next 32 plus 11 is 43 plus x, 43 plus 9 is 52 plus x, 52 plus 10 is 62 plus x, 62 plus 5 is 67 plus x, 67 plus 4 is 71, 71 plus x, 71 plus 1 is 72 plus x. Okay. Next, here the sum of frequency is also 72 plus x. See, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 12 is 22, 22 plus 10 is 32, 32 plus x, okay, 32 plus 11 is 43, 43 plus 9 is 52, 52 plus 10 is 62, 62 plus 5 is 67, 67 plus 71 plus 1 is 72. Here sum of n is sum of frequency is 72 plus x. Then substitute. Okay, here then substitute the values. Okay, here L is the lower limit of the median class. Okay, L is the lower limit of the median class. Okay, therefore here L equal to what? L is okay, median class is what? 35 to 39. Then L is equal to what? 35 is the L value, lower limit of the median class. Next, frequency is what? X. Frequency of the median class, f equal to x. The next Cf is cumulative frequency of the preceding class. Okay, cumulative frequency of the preceding class, that is 32 above class 32. The next C is width of the median class, C equal to 35 to 39. 39 minus 35 is 4. Width of the class interval is 4. Here C is 4. Then okay, next one we have to substitute the values. Okay, here m values are given, they are given directly m values. M equal to what? 39 equal to L is what? 35 plus n by 2. N by 2 is 72 plus x divided by 2 minus CF value is what? Cumulative frequency value is 32 divided by frequency is x into width of the class interval is 4. Okay. Next, here you have to take 39 minus 35 equal to 72 plus x minus 2 into 32, that is 64, 2 1 ja 2 2 ja into 2 divided by x. 35 minus 34 is 35 is what? 4. Okay, 4 into x multiply. Okay, that is 4x equal to 72 minus 64 is 8. 8 plus x into 2. Okay, here 4x equal to 8 to the 16 plus 2 into x, that is 2x. Okay, 4x minus 2x equal to 16. 4x minus 2x is 2x. 2x equal to 16. Therefore, x equal to 8. Therefore, x is 8. Here the missing frequency is 8. X equal to 8. Okay, got it? Okay, once again, here they are given class interval with respect to frequencies. They are given already median values 39. Here you have to find only missing frequency, that is 35 to 39 missing frequency. Okay, here while calculating median, the frequencies should be converted into LCF. The next then we have to here we have to apply median formula m equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into C. Then substitute the values, then we will get the missing frequency value x equal to 8. Okay. The next problem, 17th. Given mean equal to 30.5. Given mean equal to 30.5 for the following distribution. For the following distribution, find the missing frequency. Find the missing frequency. Find the missing frequency. Okay, here they are given x and f values. X values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. The next frequencies 8, 10, dash, 15 and 7. Okay, here they are given mean is 30.5. They are given directly mean value x bar equal to 30.5 for the following distribution. Find the missing frequency. Here they are given x values with respect to frequencies. Okay, you have to find this frequency, missing frequency. Okay. Here, then how to calculate missing frequency? Then you have to apply formula x bar equal to sum of fx by capital N. Okay, then you have to multiply x into f, that is we will get fx values. Then sum of n, 8 plus 10 plus x plus 15 plus 7, that is the sum of frequency, that is capital N. Then substitute the values, then we will get the answer. It is the homework. Okay. The next problem, 18th problem. Okay, in 18th problem, they are given in an examination a candidate scores the following marks. Okay, here marks is measured in terms of percentage. Okay, here English marks 62, language marks 74, maths 58, science 61, social science 45. Find the candidates weighted mean if the respective weights are 3, 4, 4, 5 and 2. Okay, here they are given marks with respective weights. Marks is made in terms of percentage and they are given weights with respective weights. Okay, here you have to find weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, here the problem is based on weighted arithmetic mean because here weights are given. Okay, then you have to apply formula, weighted arithmetic mean formula, that is x bar w equal to sum of wx divided by sum of w. Okay, here you want x value. Okay, here what are the x values? Here solution. Here the x values are nothing but subject marks. Marks is the x values. Okay, here marks, that is x values. Here marks are 62, 74, 58, 61, 45. The next weights that is it is denoted by W. Weights are 3, 4, 4, 5 and 2. 3, 4, 4, 5 and 2. Find the weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, here weighted arithmetic mean formula is weighted arithmetic mean. AM is weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, AM arithmetic mean. Okay, here x bar w equal to sum of wx or xw, wx divided by sum of w, summation of wx divided by summation of w. Okay, here you have to multiply w into x. W into x. Here 62 into 3, that is 186. 62 into 3 is 186. Next 74 into 4, 296. 296. 58 into 4, 232. Next 61 into 5, 305. The next 45 into 2 is 90. Then sum of wx is double 1109. Sum of wx. The next sum of weights are 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 5 16, 16 plus 2 is 18. Okay, then substitute the values. Here sum of wx is 1109 divided by sum of weights are 18. Here answer is 61.61. 61.61 x bar w. Okay, here weighted arithmetic mean is sum, okay, 61.61. Okay, here once again here they are given marks and weights with respect to weights. We have to find weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, here marks is nothing but x value and weight is denoted by w. Okay, here x and w. Okay, then we have to apply weighted arithmetic mean formula, that is x bar w equal to sum of wx divided by sum of w. Okay, here you want sum of wx. Okay, here you have to write third column, that is wx. You have to multiply weight into x, that is marks, that is 62 into 3, 186 up to so on. Then we will get sum of wx is 1109. Then sum of w is 18, then 1109 divided by 18 is 61.61. It is the weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, it's complete your median and mode part. Okay, the next chapter, next one is geometric mean. Next average is geometric mean. Geometric mean. GM. Okay, here next part, next average or next measure is geometric mean. Okay, here we have already discussed mean, median, and mode. Okay, the next part one, next average is geometric mean. Okay, what is the geometric mean? Okay, here the geometric mean of n values is the nth root of the product of the values. Nth root of the product of the values is said to be geometric mean. It is the geometric mean is the n values is the nth root of the product of the values. Geometric mean of, it is denoted by GM. Okay, geometric mean of n values, geometric mean of n values is the nth root of product of the values, product of the values. Here geometric mean of n values is the nth root of the product of the values is said to be a geometric mean. Here the geometric mean is denoted by GM. It is denoted by GM. Okay, here nth root of product of the values. Okay, thus the geometric mean of n values, the geometric mean of values is x1, x2, up to so on xn. Okay, here geometric mean of the values x1 to xn up to n terms. Okay, is GM equal to here nth root of it is the nth root of product of the values. Okay, here x1, x2, up to so on xn are the values. Okay, here x1 into product means into x1 into x2 into up to so on xn. Up to so on xn. What is the geometric mean? Geometric mean of n values. Geometric mean of n values is the nth root of, it is the root, square root, nth root of the product of the values. Nth root of the product of the values is said to be a geometric mean. Okay, here the geometric mean is denoted by GM. For example, okay, here 2, 4, 8. Find the geometric mean. Here they are given 2, 4, 8. Find the geometric mean. Find GM, geometric mean. Okay, here there totally 3 observations are there. Okay, here GM equal to what? GM. Okay, it is a cube. 3 means suppose here 3 values are given means it is a cube root. Suppose 2 values are given 2 root. Okay, next 4 fourth root. Suppose if the 5 observations are given, that is 5th root. Okay, here geometric mean of, that is cube root of, that is, okay, these are the values. Okay, nth root of the product of the values. Okay, here values are 2 product 2 into 4 into 8, 2 into 4 into 8. Okay, cube root of 2 4 is 8, 8 8 is 64. Okay, here cube root of 64 is what? 4. Here cube root of 64 is 4. Okay, see, cube root of 64 is 4. See here 4 into 4 into 4. 4 4 is 16, 16 4 is 64. That is the cube root of 64 is 4. This is the geometric mean. Okay, here the calculation of GM using the above formula. The calculation of GM using the above formula is possible if only the number of observations is less. Okay, this formula is possible only if the number of observations is less, number of values is less. When the number of observations are more, then the calculation is done with the logarithms by using the logarithm. Then the calculation is done with the by using logarithms. Here you have to use logarithms. Suppose the number of observations are more, then you have to use logarithms. Okay, we will discuss in the next part. Okay, logarithms. Okay, here this procedure is used only if the number of observations are less. Suppose if the number of observations are more, then we have to use logarithms. Okay, the next part, that is merits and demerits of geometric mean. Next one is merits and demerits of geometric mean. See here, first merits of GM, geometric mean. Okay, here what are the merits of geometric mean? Okay, here the first merit is it takes all the values. It is based on all the values. Okay, in median and mode it is a drawback because it takes only middle value and mode value, that is highest frequency. Okay, here in geometric mean it is the merit. It is the merit. It takes all the values, or it is based on all the values. It takes all the values means, okay, here they are given x value means 1, for example 248. Okay, we took all values now. Okay, here it takes all the values, or it is based on all the values. Okay, the next second merit, it is well defined by a mathematical formula. It is well defined by a mathematical formula. Okay, third one is it is capable for further mathematical treatment. It can be used for further mathematical analysis. These are the merits of geometric mean. The next, demerits of geometric mean. Demerits of geometric mean. Okay, here the first drawback is it is not easy to calculate and simple to understand. Here it is not easy to calculate and simple to understand. Okay, here in arithmetic mean, median, mode are merit. Okay, it is easy to calculate, simple to understand. Okay, compared to arithmetic mean, median and mode, it is okay. Here the geometric mean is difficult. The procedure is difficult. It is not easy to calculate and difficult to understand because it requires logarithms and anti-logarithms. While calculating geometric mean, it requires logarithm and anti-logarithms. Okay, it is the first demerit. And second one is the geometric mean cannot be calculated if any one of the observation is 0 or negative. Geometric mean cannot be calculated if any one of the value is 0 or negative. Okay, for example, okay, here 2, 4, 8. Okay, here calculate GM means, here GM equal to, it is the cube root of 2, 4, 8. Okay, that is equal to under cube root of 64 is 4. Okay, suppose if any one of the value is 0, then it cannot be calculated. 2 into 0, 0, 0 into 8, 0, then it cannot be calculated. Suppose if negative value -1, then also it cannot be calculated. Cube root, it cannot be calculated. If any one of the observation is 0 or negative, the geometric mean cannot be calculated. Okay, these are the merits and demerits of geometric mean. Okay, the next one is calculation of geometric mean. Calculation of geometric mean. Calculation of geometric mean. See here, calculation of GM, geometric mean. Okay, here while calculating geometric mean, there are totally two cases are there. One is a grouped case and another one is ungrouped case. Okay, here the first case, case 1, ungrouped case, ungrouped data. Suppose, okay, ungrouped data means if the frequencies and class intervals are not given, then it is said to be ungrouped. Okay, here how to calculate GM in ungrouped case? GM equal to antilog of sum of log x by small n. Here GM equal to antilog of sum of log x by small n. Okay, here small n is the number of observations. Okay, the next one, case 2, that is grouped data. Grouped data. Okay, in grouped data there are totally two types are there. One is continuous and another one is discrete. Okay, here discrete and continuous data. Again, it can be classified into, divided into discrete and continuous. Okay, discrete and continuous data. Discrete and continuous data. Okay, here in both the cases the formula is same in the both the cases, in continuous and discrete cases. The formula is same, that is Gm equal to antilog of, okay, grouped means if the frequencies and class intervals are given, okay, here Gm equal to antilog of sum of f into log x by capital N. Here Gm equal to antilog of sum of f into log x by capital N. Okay, here f is the frequency into log x divided by capital N. Capital N is sum of frequencies. Okay, in the case of continuous case, the x value can be, x is the midpoint of the class interval, where x is midpoint of the class interval, midpoint of the class interval. Ci means class interval, okay, where x is the midpoint of the class interval. For example, 10 to 15, so 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 10 to 20, 10 to 20 midpoint is what? 15, 20 to 30 midpoint is what? 25, that is x values. Okay, x is the midpoint of the class interval. Okay, the next, use of geometric mean. Use of geometric mean. Use of geometric mean. Okay, here what is the use of geometric mean? The geometric mean is used to measure the average growth rate. Okay, geometric mean is used to measure the average growth rate. Okay, it is used to measure the average growth rate. It is used to measure the, it is used to measure the average growth rate. Okay, here the geometric mean is used to measure the average growth rate. Okay, for example, suppose if geometric mean is GM is 104.5%. Suppose if the geometric mean is 104.5%, then what is your conclusion? Okay, here the average growth rate increased by 4.5%. The average growth rate increased by 4.5%. Suppose if GM is 99.5, if GM is 99.5% means the average growth rate decreased by 0.5%. Average growth rate decreased by 0.5%. Okay, 104.5 means the average growth rate increased by 4.5%. Okay, that is the use. Okay, here what is the use of GM? It is used to measure the average growth rate. It is used to measure the average growth rate. Okay, it is about geometric mean. Okay, in geometric mean you are using logarithms and anti-logarithms. Do you know logarithm and anti-logarithm? Then how to calculate logarithm and anti-logarithms in the log table? Okay, let us see. First one is logarithm. Logarithms. Okay, here how to calculate logarithms in the log table? How to calculate logarithms in the log table? Okay, see here. See in page number 6, see here the logarithm tables are given using logarithm table. How to calculate logarithm and anti-logarithms using logarithm table? See, it is a logarithm table. Here logarithm starts from 10 and end with 99. Okay, 10 to 99. Okay, here it is the main column. It is said to be main column, and second 0 to 9 values are there. 0 to 9. Okay, the 0 to 9 columns are there. Up to 9. Here 10 columns are there. 0 to 9. It is said to be a difference column. And the next last column, that is the mean difference column. Last one is mean difference. It takes the values 1 to 9. It is the logarithm table. And the next anti-logarithm table is, okay, anti-logarithm table starts from 0.002, 0.002, 0.99. It starts from 0.002 to 0.99. Okay, here the first column is said to be main column and second one is difference column and third column is said to be mean difference column. Okay, here then how to calculate logarithm and anti-logarithm using the log table. Okay, here for example calculate log of 1, 2, 3, 4. Calculate log of 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how to calculate logarithm? Okay, see here in the first case the totally here you have to identify which. Okay, here the given numbers are, the number of digits are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here the number of digits are 4. In logarithm number of digits minus 1. In logarithm the number of digits minus 1. Then you have to, that is number of digits minus 1. Here that totally 4 digits are there. 4 minus 1 is 3. That is you have to put 3 point. The next you have to search in the log table 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to search in the log table. Here first it starts from 10 to 99. Okay, here first 2 digits are, that is main column. You have to search in the main column, and third digit you have to search in the difference column. And last digit, that is fourth digit, you have to search in the mean difference column. The last digit you have to search in the mean difference column. Okay, here the first digit, first 2 digits you have to search in the main column and third digit difference column. The last 4th digit is mean difference. Okay, here 12. See, it starts from 10. Okay, here 12 means here the next third row is the 12. Okay, here 12. The next third digit is what? 3. 12, 3. You have to search. 12, 3. 3 is 0899. See, 0899. 12, 3 is 0899. 0899. And fourth digit you have to add. See, here plus fourth digit is always mean difference. See, here, okay, 12, 3 is 0899. The next fourth digit is 4. You have to refer in the mean difference. See, mean difference fourth value is 14. See, 14. Okay, here you have to add 14. Then we'll get 9 plus 4 is 13. 9 plus 1, 2 is 11. The 8 plus 1 is 9 and 0. Okay, here you have to put, it is 0913 is said to be Mantissa. It is said to be Mantissa. It is said to be Mantissa. Here 0913 is said to be Mantissa. You have to write 0913. Here logarithm of 1234, 1234 is 3.0913. Okay. For example, again you have to calculate log of 123.4. Calculate log of 123.4. Okay, here number of digits are, okay, before the decimal point. Okay, before the decimal point. Okay, here 1, 2, 3 is, okay, the totally 3 digits are there. Okay, here in logarithm number of digits minus 1. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2. Here 2 point, then 1, 2, 3 you have to search in the log table. 1, 2, 3, 4 you have to search in the log table. Okay, here the Mantissa is always same, that is 0913. Mantissa is always same. Okay, the next, find the log of 12.34. Find the log of 12.34. Okay, here the number of digits before the decimal point, the total 2 digits are there. Okay, in logarithm the number of digits minus 1. Okay, here the total 2 digits are there. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1.0913. Here the Mantissa is always same. Mantissa is always same. 1.0913. Okay, again find the log of 1.234. Find the log of 1.234. Okay, here number of digit only 1, that is 1 minus 1 is 0, then 0.0913. Okay, these are the logarithms. Just got it? Okay, one more example. One more example. Find the log of 1 5342. Find the logarithm of 5342. Okay, here the number of digits are how many? Here totally 4 digits are there. In logarithm, number of digits minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. You have to put 3 point, then you have to search in the logarithm. You have to search in the logarithm 5312. Okay, here the 53, the 2 digits. First you have to search in the main column. The next third digit you have to search in the difference column. The next last digit, that is 2, you have to search in the mean difference column. Okay, here 53. Okay, 53 is there now. Okay, here 53. Okay, here 50. What 10? 10. Okay, 50 to 53. Okay, 53. The next third digit is what? 4. 53. Fourth is 7275. Value is 7275. 7275. Okay, 53. 4 is 7275. Okay, the next fourth digit is what? Mean difference is what? Mean difference is, okay, 2 is 2. Okay, 53. 4. Next fourth digit is 2. It is 2. Okay, mean difference is also 2. See here, plus 2. Okay, 7, 7, 2, 7. 7277. Okay, here 3.7277. Okay, here logarithm of 5342 is 3.7277. Okay, for example, one more, that is find the log of 53.42. Find the log of 53.42. Okay, here the number of digits are 2 before the decimal point. You have to calculate. Okay, 53.42. Here number of digits are 2. In logarithm, number of digits minus 1. Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1. 1.7277. Okay, here Mantissa is always same. Okay, Mantissa is always same. Okay, here find the log of 5.342. Okay, here number of digits is 1. 1.7277. Okay, it is about logarithm. Okay, the next one is how to calculate anti-logarithm using log table. Okay, next one is anti-log. Anti-log. How to calculate anti-log? So using log table. Okay, see here, for example, find the anti-log of 2.4562. Find the anti-log of 2.4562. See here, the anti-logarithms starts from 0.002 to 0.99. Logarithm starts from 10 to 99. Okay, here it starts from 0.00. Okay, 0.00 to 0.99. See here, it is the anti-logarithm table. See, it starts from 0.00 to 0.99. Okay, here find anti-log of 2.4562. Okay, here you have to use only 0.4562. Okay, here 0.4562. Okay, here 0.45. You have to search in the, that is main column. Okay, 0.45 you have to search in the main column. The next 6 you have to search in the difference column. And 2 you have to search in the mean difference column. Mean difference. See here 0.45. Okay, here 0.45. 0.45 is here. 0.45. The next third digit is what? Difference column. You have to search in the difference column. 0.456. Sixth okay, column you have to refer. 0.456 is 6 is 2858. 2858. 2858 plus you have to add the next fourth digit. Okay, 2858, and fourth you have to refer in the fourth digit. You have to refer in the mean difference. Fourth is 3. Fourth is 3. You have to add 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. 6 8 2. Okay, here 2 8 6 1. Okay, here 2 8 6 1. Antilog of 2.456 equal to 2861. Okay, what is the use of this 2? Okay, it is said to be 2. Okay, this 2 is said to be characteristic. It is said to be characteristics. Okay, in anti-logarithm, characteristics plus 1. In anti-logarithm, characteristic plus 1. Okay, here characteristic is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then put the decimal point after the third digit. Put decimal point after the third digit. Okay, it is okay. Then the antilog of 2.4562 is 286.1. The antilog of 2.4562 is 286.1. Okay, here 2 is a before the decimal point is said to be a characteristic. In anti-logarithm, characteristic plus 1. Characteristic plus 1. Here characteristic is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then put decimal point after the third digit. Then you will get 286.1. Then you will get 286.1. Okay. Here, for example, one more. Here, find antilog of 1.4562. Find antilog of 1.4562. Okay, here mantissa is always same, 2861. Mantissa is always same. In logarithm and anti-logarithm, the mantissa is always same. Okay, here 2861. Okay, here character is what? Character is 1. Okay, in anti-logarithm, character plus 1. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. Then put decimal point after the second digit. Put decimal point after the second digit, that is 28.61. 28.61. Okay, the next one more. Find antilog of 0.4562. Find the antilog of 0.4562. Okay, 0.4562. Find the antilog of 0.4562. Okay, mantissa is always same, 2861. Okay, here the character is what? 0. Character is 0. In anti-logarithm, character plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. Then put decimal point after the first digit. That is 2.861. 2.861. Antilog of 0.4562 is 2.861. Okay, for example, one more. Find the antilog of 3.4562. Find the antilog of 3.4562. Okay, here mantissa same, 2861. Then here character is what? 3. 3 plus 1 is what? 4. Then put decimal point after the fourth digit. Then you will get 2861.0. Okay, 2861 is the answer. Okay, it is about anti-log. Okay, here the anti-log is the reciprocal of the logarithm. It is the reciprocal of the logarithm. How? See here, find log of 2.861. Find the log of 2.861. Find the log of 2.861. Okay, here you have to search, that is 2861. It is the main column, difference column and mean difference column. Okay, here 28 you have to search in the main column. 28 is 28. The next third digit is what? 6. 28 6. 6 is 4584. 4584. 28 6. 4584 plus the next fourth digit is what? Fourth digit is plus 6. Plus 6. 4 plus 10. 9. 4 5 5 4. 4 5 9 0. 4 5 9 0. 4 5 9 0. Okay, here in logarithm, in logarithm that is number of digits plus 1 or minus 1. Okay, number of digits minus 1. Okay, see here number of digits are 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. Then we will get that is 0.4590. Okay, it is about log and anti-logarithms. Okay, got it? Okay, next class how to discuss that is problems based on geometric mean. Problems based on geometric mean. Okay, thank you.